Well, hello, hello. This is Rosa, rcgkreations. How are you doing? Let me flip my screen here. We're bringing to you today question mark tacos. I'm going to say seafood, but it's really technically fish. We're going to have tilapia fish. I'm making blackened tilapia fish, and then for me, probably don't care for salmon too much.
That's cod, dear.
I'm making, excuse me, it's not tilapia. He said it's cod. Okay, so I'm going to be making blackened cod fish. And then I'm going to be doing some salmon, but I'm going to put this in my homemade coating and make it crunchy. So they're going to be fried, so it's going to be crunchy on my tacos. So, first thing you want to do, now some people do it, some people don't. I prefer to take the little bones out. You know, you don't have to, but I like it that way. I've tried it both ways, and the bones are soft. They won't really hurt you or anything, but that's okay. I just I'm good to go. I don't want to put them in. I don't want the bones, so this is the little bones. You'll see that, and that's what the bone looks like. They're really soft, and you can actually just squeeze it and break it. That's how soft they are, and that's why they say it's okay to cook it with the bones or without. I just prefer not to, because twice, many years ago, I bit into my, I actually just had some salmon patties. That's all they were just salmon patties with egg, a scrambled egg in there, mix it all up, and I fried it in some oil. I bit into it, and the little sharp blade of part of the bone got right into my gum, and boy, that hurt. That hurt. And it hurt for 2 weeks. So ever since then, it's like, nope, not worth the risk for me. And so I just take the time to take out the bones, and you feel for it. You'll feel it, and you'll feel, because you'll know, it's like a bone. You know what a bone feels like. Well, you may not know what a bone feels like, but let me just show you the whole thing. So here's the entire vertebrae. You see that in the center, right in the middle? I'm dribbling, so I don't want to get... See that right in the middle there? That is the vertebrae of the bone. Right there. Let me see if I can get it all off and still have the intact vertebrae there. Sometimes I can do it, and sometimes I can't. Okay, nope, didn't get it, but I got most of it. And see that? That's the vertebrae of the bone with the bones. Ah! I threw it right back in my container instead of in the can. Ah! More work for me to do. So now I gotta just double check everything and make sure I don't have any little bones anywhere. They're really easy to feel. You'll feel it right away. Okay. Oh, there's a bone. Just gotta run your finger through it, your thumb. I like to do my thumb just because it's easier. I think my thumb is more sensitive. I could be wrong. But for me, my thumb is more sensitive than the rest of my fingers. I just gotta feel to make sure there's no bones in here in the pile that I just, like a silly goose, I put it right back in my bowl. Okay, so there's nothing there. There's nothing here. Oh, there's one right there. Okay. Some people like to eat the silver stuff. Some people don't. I do not care for it. I know it's going to get all mixed up and you're not really going to taste it. Well, you're going to taste part of it, but not all of it. So that's just me. If you've never had salmon, I would say get yourself 2 to 3 cans. Try one with it and one without it, because you may enjoy it. I just don't. I don't care for the texture, and I don't care for the taste of it. Oop, I feel something right there. There's more bones, and I can see them. Sometimes you take some meat with the bone, but that's okay, because this is more than enough, because it's just me. I don't consider that wasting any. Okay. And then here is a whole nother set. Let me bring in, I think this has got a better view. You see that little vertebrae of the bones right there? See that right in the middle there? It's the vertebrae of bones. And sometimes they come off piece by piece. Sometimes you can take the whole thing all at one time. It just depends on how compact it is. Okay, I'm done. I'm just feeling it just to make sure. Let me get rid of some of this black stuff. That's the skin of the fish, the salmon. Salmon is a fish. I think, honey, is salmon part of a fish category?
Huh?
I think so. Is salmon part of a fish? Because it's a salmon fish.
Yeah.
Yeah, salmon is a fish. It's a type of fish.
It's a big fish.
So now I'm just going to crumble this up. And I'm going to add 2 eggs into this mixture. 2 is pretty good average for me with just 1 can. And of course you can add as much egg as you're not. And basically you just want to have like a little crust coating. I don't add any water. I don't add any milk. I just scramble 2 eggs in with all this and mix it all up. And then that's what I put in to fry it. So we'll bring you when we come to that next stage. Because I need to go to the stove. But hands are yucky. I got to rinse them off first. Gonna smell all fishy. So we'll bring you at the next phase. Okay, we are starting to fry. I got me some oil down here in the bottom. You don't need a whole lot because you're going to flip them over anyway. And you make them as big or as small as you want. And since these are going to be on a taco, not a regular salmon patty, I'm going to make mine a little bit on the small side. They're more like bite size. And then you're just going to fry these up. Let me turn down my heat. Make sure it doesn't splash too much. And I am wearing my apron because I knew we were going to get some splashes. You just want to, you're going to want to make sure that the patties don't touch each other. Okay, when you're frying them. And then push them down just a little bit so they're not thick. And I'm using my, hopefully soon we'll get a new frying pan because this is all warped up. This is really the size that I really want, but I'm going to have extra, so for my lunch tomorrow, I'm going to have a salmon patty sandwich. And all it is salmon patties. And that's it. I don't have no bread or nothing because typically I would have bread, but because of the weight program, I'm not this time. So that's, when this batch is on the last batch, then I'll turn the heat on for my cod, because I'm going to be making them blacken. And what you do is you lay it on there, and I season on the pan itself. And I don't move it, don't touch it. Where it lands is where it lands. And I leave it sit there for 3 minutes. Then I flip them over, season the other side, let them sit for 3 minutes, and then they're done. So let me get my other stuff ready. Let me get my seasonings. Put the cod. Let's see. Okay, we're going to do caramelized onion butter. Let's do a little bit of buttery steakhouse. And let's do a little bit of taco blend. You know what, I'm going to do the lemon butter garlic because I love garlic. So then you get the shakers open to get ready, because once you lay them on, you're going to be quick. lay them on. And then let's see if these are ready. I'm going to use I'm also making refried beans from my homemade dehydrated. You see how they're golden? I'll bring one up to you. You see that golden? I hope you can see in the shadow. You see that? Oops, I just dripped the oil. That's all it takes. So you can see it doesn't take very long. And then don't forget, adjust your heat. You may need to turn down your heat. Oops, I missed it. I'm still a little bit of a chicken when it comes to frying. I don't like to get burned. Have a splatter of oil. It's like, oh, yikers. Aw, come on. You could use tongs, but because these are very fragile, I prefer to use a spatula and a spoon. Because this is oil and this is going to be in the beans, I'm not too worried about cross-contamination. Because it's okay for me. I've got some corn right here, getting ready to cook, heat up. But I'm going to wait because it won't take long to heat it up. Just corn out of the can, or you can use your freezer corn. Typically you would want to add lettuce and onions, but we're not doing that because we don't have any lettuce. And hubby doesn't like onions. I do, but I'm going to skip it. So it's going to be the fish and the corn with over a corn tortilla. Hubby likes flour, but I'm going to do corn for me, flour for him. And these are store-bought tortillas. I do have a tortilla press. I got a tortilla press from Temu, and I'm going to do a how-to video on my press. I've used it many, many years ago, so I know how to use them. They're easy to do. Okay, so that's ready, that's ready. This is almost ready. There's something else I'm supposed to be doing. Maybe not. Maybe not. Yep, look at that. Already done. Didn't take long at all. This is definitely a meal that's going to be ready. Oh yeah, I don't remember now. I was supposed to be getting my tortillas. Hey honey, would you give me the flour and the corn tortillas out to get ready to prep? Okay. Ouch, ouch. That was splattered way over here. See, I told you the oil pops. I don't know if so much the oil as much as the food that touches the oil that makes the oil pop. All I know is oil pops. That's why I'm a scaredy cat. And of course you make it as toasty as you want. Totally up to you. Now let me get myself, and it will water down because of the water from the salmon. Just stir it up again. And I'm going to make these a little bit smaller. And I'm going to poke them down so they get to be more flatter. Because I kind of want them like a little bit of bite-sized pieces. Ouch! Ooh, that hurt. That one hurt. That one got me good. But I'll survive with the pain. It only hurts for a few minutes, about a minute or two, then it goes away. But it still stings at first. Oh, I make that one too big. Yeah, go ahead and get the corn and the flour tortillas. I'm going to put them on a plate so we can heat them up. I want 4 corn tortillas. How many flour do you want? I'm talking to hubby. He don't want to be in the video. He says, no. You know they can hear you. He's like, oh no. Okay. Let me get myself a spoon so I can scrape that. Just so it'd be easy for me. Yeah, about another, about half a pan left I can do. So this is a quick, inexpensive meal, and you're done. You know, in a shortly fast time. You know, I'll say for sure we definitely could be ready to eat. And let me get my beans started to heat up. And this is my last batch. So I'm gonna put that on a medium low. Not a low, but a medium low. Let me add a little bit of my avocado oil. I like to put oil in my refried beans because I think they cook a little bit better. Not a whole lot, but some. Oh, I dribbled. Brand new clean towel, so I know I can do that. I can wipe that down. And no cross-contamination. And watch that. And I don't season my refried beans. I season them on my plate. And you can add what kind of seasonings you want, salt and pepper, put a little bit of taco seasoning in there. I started with this one over here. Okay. Ooh, yeah. This is going to be some good meal. You see how the oil is bubbling? That's typical standard when you're doing this type of food. I don't know why. If anybody knows why it does that, let me know. Put it in the comments with you, please. I've always wondered why it bubbles. But it always does it when you're frying stuff. I think it's stuff with egg in it. But I could be wrong. Hubby may look it up for me and let me know. And then if he does, I'll post it in the video. Okay, so those are ready for the second half. Now let's get the burner on for the fish, the cod. I don't want this too high, but I do want it to be a little hot before I put the fish on it. Let me get my corn. Oh, I got the wrong burner. I'm using all 4 burners tonight. I'm going to put this on low, because it's going to be, all I'm doing is going to be heating up this can of corn. These cans of drained corn, that's all this is. Okay, let's move this over here. I don't like my pans to touch when they're cooking. And let's see here. Let me get our plate to get ready before we can do the paste there. Let's see if this batch is done, which I'm sure it probably is. Nope, got a little bit more time left on that one. Let me turn my heat back up again. The front. I turned it down a little too low, but I was getting splattered on. And what's really nice about this, because they don't stay so long in the oil, they won't be very greasy. And then if you also drain them on a towel, that absorbs the extra oil also. I like to do double layers when I do my next batch. And I lay this on top of this part. Oh, I want 4 corn. And however many flour you want. Okay, corn. He's got the tortillas rolling. Oh, and we're going to do jalapeno candy on top instead of putting Tabasco hot sauce. That is some good stuff. Hubby's saying, but I want it on mine. He'll probably put Tabasco on his. Alrighty, that one's done. Yep, that one's done too. one's done. Oh, I can feel my pan over here. Let me get these on the platter, on the fish. And they were still a little bit frozen because we're using frozen. But it's thawed out, but I'm just hoping it's not too, let me turn down my heat. Because I want to make sure it's not going to splatter all over the place. This, you know, I'm going to get a paper towel. Whenever you're frying something and it's pretty wet, put it on a towel, let it soak up the extra moisture, and that'll help from the splatter getting all over you. Okay, there we go. That dried up most of that. Woo. Okay. This is the pan that has a handle that gets hot. So let me get myself a pot holder. Because I forgot to bring my little handle. So if it's hot, I'll know. Okay. We're going to put a little bit of taco seasonings. Sprinkle a little bit on there. We're going to do a little bit of caramelized onion butter. We love this stuff. And then a little bit of lemon butter garlic. Now let me get the other one. Let me get one more napkins. Hubby got myself, thank you honey for bringing my extra napkins, paper towels. I'm going to put this on here to soak. I want this one. And then let me get these off of here before they burn on me. Because I still got to put this other back in. Ah, I got a little toasty. But that's okay. I like a little toasty. Not a whole lot, but a little bit. See how toasty that one got? Okay. It's not sizzling too much. Let me turn my heat up. I have to turn my heat up just a little bit, not too much. Because I got to put this one on. And I want to make sure it doesn't splatter on me. There we go. And this is going to go in the garbage. Okay, so let's season this one. You remember what I told you? Where it lays is where it lays. And if you notice I have dirty hands, before I put these away, I'm going to disinfect, wash the outside so I don't cross-contaminate when I put it back in my pantry. Because I'm touching it with my free hand that's was touching the fish. Okay. Let's get the last batch of the salmon patties. Salmon a little bit, gotta mix it up. And my beans are starting to bubble a little bit, so that means they're cooking good. They're nice and low. And you notice how I didn't have very much oil? You don't need a whole lot of oil, so to save on your budget by not using a whole lot of oil, because you don't need a whole lot of oil. You don't want to waste your oil. Woo! I missed that one. But, phew, that was good. Okay, I got 2 more minutes on the second fish, about a minute on the first fish. And then I get to flip them over. Let me get, excuse me for reaching. I get myself another spatula. And I'm keeping an eye on my clock, because that's what I'm using for my timer. Okay. Just trying to heat up just a little bit on my corn. Just giving it a little stir. Oh! Okay, just talk.
Is that mine?
No. We're both sharing this one. But the salmon's are mine. That's also my lunch.
How are we sharing that if that you getting it? That ain't right.
You got a big fish. Okay, here we go. Let me flip this over. Oh, it kind of broke. Oh man. But that's okay. It happens. Now I'm just going to season it. Remember I said where it lays is where it lays? I'm not going to move it. It's going to stay where it's at.
Isn't it usually black and spicy?
No, it's just coated.
Yeah.
It's coated. The coating's burned on there. Not spicy.
Yeah, but usually black and fish is
No,
spicy.
not always. Not all the restaurants don't do that. Y'all, put in the comments. Does Blacken fish or Blacken anything mean it's spicy or it's just coated and the coating is dark?
No, it means it's
That's
spicy.
what my understanding was of what Blacken means.
Spicy.
He's saying it means spicy. You gonna get your hot powder?
Yeah, you take it.
Okay, go ahead and get it and I'll put it on your big one.
No, I want to mix with yours.
That ain't not bothering me.
Yeah, well.
I won't. He likes stuff really, really spicy. I do not.
No way.
He'll put his spiciness on his plate. Okay. Almost done with those. And I'm just going to move the oil around. I'm not moving the fish whatsoever. Where it lands is where it lands. I'm just moving the oil so it's all getting coated. That part's starting to burn a little bit there. I'm going to get all that and scrape it down. Since they were a little bit frozen, it's going to take a little bit longer than the normal 3 minutes, I know. You know what, I already used this one. Stir this around. Oh yeah, my beans are looking good. Look at that. See the beans? They're looking good. So they're pretty much done. I'm going to put them on a low, low, low heat. Turn that one all the way to low, just to keep them warm. Let me do my corn. I do it over this way, but I'm scared of being splashed. So I'm being chicken. So my arm is kind of in the way. But just for a minute while I do some stirring. Get most of this heat on there. I'm going to turn this burner off front. Because that one's done. I'm pretty sure those are totally done. Okay. I think they're pretty much done for me. Okay, so those are done. That is done. Let me, okay, so it's time. I wish I put my handle on this thing, but I forgot. Okay, let me get my spatula all the way over. Oh, yay! Stayed intact. Now let's season it. And I'm going to put this over here so I know I need to wash those, wipe them down, get any fishy stuff off of the jar. And we're about ready to eat. And I'm sweating. It's hot. Oh yeah, corn's just about done. It's all we're doing is heating up the corn. Okay, so we'll turn that to a low heat. We're just waiting for the fish. Have you heated up the tortillas yet, Bubba? Okay. You're going to heat it up in a minute. So let's put the big corn on low, just to keep the burner on, so they stay warm. Let me double check this little one. Oh, I need another plate. Another napkin. That'll be hubby's plate. Alright, not so it's for both of us, for the fish, for the cod. Okay. And I've been known, especially when the meat is frozen, to return it over again. Okay. Oh yeah. But it's not flaky, and I think it's because it's a little bit frozen. And I'll bring you over here to it in just a second. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. You'll be able to see the fish where it's flaky, and then you know it's ready. Okay, so I say about 2 more minutes, and that piece right there will be ready. Oops, got you too close in. Okay, so let's take a look at this one, the big one. 31. It's only been 3 minutes. Let's see if I can flip it without it breaking on me. I'm trying to move some of that flavor and that seasoning down on the bottom of it. This part that's getting kind of toasty, where it's burning from the heat of the pan. Oh yeah. It didn't break. Yours is going to be good. Mine kind of broke. Okay, 2 more minutes and I say supper's ready. So we're going to do some plating up, and then we'll bring you back when we do the taste test, okay? We'll bring you back. We are back for the taste test. I got one of each. This is the fried salmon, and this is the blackened cod fish. So the way I do it is just tortilla, layer of refried beans. Hubby's saying, let's go, let's go, let's go. He's ready to eat. A layer of corn. Typically, your tacos, you make it how you want to. So let's do a quick little taste test. That fish is cooked. Oh, you can definitely taste the seasonings on that fish. That is some good stuff. Here's a piece of fish by itself. Yep. Fish, 2 thumbs up. Let's do the salmon. Nice and crunchy. I don't think it needs any more seasoning whatsoever. None. But of course you do your own seasoning if you want to. Add your seasoning when you mix it up before you put it in the fryer. Thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you in the next video. This is my take on fish tacos. 2 different types of fish. Cod and salmon. Thank you for watching. Have a good one. Bye-bye. Oh, I forgot. Hold on. I'm going to be adding my cowboy candy. I like to have this. It's candied jalapenos. So it's spiced, a little bit of a spice, but not a whole lot. Because remember I said I don't care for spicy. But I think it gives it a little bit of extra kick. And let's just do a quick little taste test. So here is the cowboy candy. Oh, Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye. Now we're done.